There's a misconception that you do not need to back up your cloud storage drive because it's stored in the cloud, and you do not need to back it up because only hard drives die. Things such as Apple's iCloud, Microsoft OneDrive, or Google Drive. Although it's true that hard drives die, and if the drive or when the drive dies, your files would still be safe in the cloud, there are other things that can go wrong where you would be screwed unless you have a backup. I'm going to explain what all those things are coming up. Daniel here from Twin Bytes, leveling the playing field between the techies and the non-techies with helpful tutorials. In this channel, I make videos for the do-it-yourselfers and the non-techies with a strong focus on Microsoft Windows and hardware and software and all the software that runs on the Windows. So if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing and ring the bell to be notified of future notifications of videos. So with the cloud storage, it's great because you can synchronize all your files between all your devices, your laptop, tablet, your phone. And if the hard drive dies on your computer, of course, it's in the cloud, so it's still there. But what most people don't realize is these other three main problems that can happen where even though it's stored in the cloud, you'd still be screwed unless you back up those files. So before getting into those three things, what you have to understand is cloud storage is not the same thing as a cloud backup. Now, with the cloud storage, it's a convenience for having it in the cloud to synchronize between multiple devices. Now, if you have a look at two different products here, we got Google Cloud, and the Google Drive shows that it synchronizes to this location on your hard drive. So one is synchronized to the computer, so any changes on one location happens to the other. So the cloud affects the local drive file, and the local copy affects the cloud file. And also that it takes up space on your computer. So that's another misconception, is thinking you're going to free up drive space on your computer by uploading it to the cloud. That's not true. You can see here that it does take up space on your computer, and that's where it's stored. So that's with the Google Drive. And looking at Microsoft OneDrive also, you can go in here and see where it is that it stores a file. And you can also change the location where it's stored, but it still wants to store and synchronize on your computer. Now, you don't have to synchronize it to your computer. You can leave it in the cloud completely and just access the cloud through a web browser, but that's not very convenient. You want to have it synchronized to your computer for your convenience. Okay, so here's the three reasons why you need to back up your cloud storage. One is accidental deletion. It happens to the best of us. It's happened to me even. Slip of a finger and you accidentally hit delete instead of copy or cut, and it goes to the trash bin if it's a local copy on your computer. But with the cloud drive, there is no trash folder. It permanently deletes it. So it synchronizes that deletion up to the cloud storage and wipes it out of there as well, and it's gone. So the only way to get it back is to use a backup that you did and restore that file. The second reason to back up your cloud storage is encryption viruses. Now, if you get an encryption virus, it encrypts all the files on your computer, and then they'll send you a message that pops up saying, we've just encrypted all of the files on your computer, you pay us this ransom fee in Bitcoin and we'll give you the key to unlock your files. You pay the fee, usually they'll give you the key to unlock it and you got your files back. Or you got to go to a backup and restore the files from your backup. So I strongly suggest using a backup. You don't want to pay anyone a ransom for your files, no matter how bad you want it, because that just encourages them to keep doing this scam. And of course, because the files on your computer are synchronized to the cloud, that encryption synchronizes the encrypted file back up to the cloud, so those files stored in the cloud are also encrypted. The third reason to back up your cloud storage drive is corruption of the file. Now this can happen with power problems, power out, blackout, brownouts, the computer crashing for some reason, or the program itself that you're using to edit that file crashes while in the middle of using the file. It becomes corrupted, possibly to the point where you can't open it anymore, you can't do anything with it. All you can do is restore from the last good backup copy that you have of that file. So even though it's stored in the cloud, because you're working on that file, you corrupted it, the copy that's in the cloud is corrupted and unusable. So again, you can only restore it from the backup. That's it. Thanks for checking out this video. Consider subscribing and ring the bell if you're new here. I post a new video every week, and I appreciate your comments and suggestions for new videos. Thanks again, and see you in the next one. Bye for now.